This is level N, list 13, and we're doing the day 1 page. We've got a couple of different things happening here. So first one is English words can't end in V is a rule, so that's why we have this E on the end of these words. That's the only reason there. So let's go back and highlight the V as well. So English words can't end in I, U, V or J. So quite often we put an E on the end to solve that problem. And you know, usually we use ER to indicate someone who, so someone who acts is an act, or if the base word ends in a T or an L, we can quite often add OR rather than ER to say someone who. So someone who sails is a sailor, someone who does tailoring is tailor, doctor, etc. So let's go back and have a look at any extra things that we've got in these words. So ER is usually used on the end of a word. It's only used in the middle of a few words for the sound. We could use IR, EAR or UR also for the sound in the middle of a word. So this isn't common, but these words are ones that we commonly see in big spelling tests. I'll throw these in because it's not very often that we have ER in the middle of a word. Native, nothing's tricky in that. Nothing tricky there either. You've got the RE prefix there. And just here be mindful of it's a T before the OR, as commonly OR follows a T or an L. And you've got the long A sound here with the AI. Now let's go back and look at what these words mean. So we've got serve means to present or provide someone with something. Nerve is a fibre that sends information from different parts of our body to the brain. Native means it's a local thing, it's a local habitat, or so these wildflowers would be native wildflowers living naturally in the area in which they grow. Pensive means that you're thinking about something, you're not sure, you've got to give it a lot of thought. Reflective means that you're looking back at yourself or thinking about something that's happened. So a mirror is reflective. If you look into a mirror, you can see yourself back. An actor is someone who acts. A factor could be the factors of 6, which means we'd have to supply the numbers that go evenly into 6. So that would be it from a mathematical point of view. And the other thing it could be is a factor, like an influence or why something happened, a reason something happened. A tractor is just a vehicle that we commonly see on farms. A doctor is the highest university degree that you can get. And a sailor, of course, is someone who sails. Now let's go back and read the words, sound the words, and spell the words, and then write them. And we're going to practice our running writing again. So we've got serve, 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 S-E-R-V-E, S-E-R-V-E, S-E-R-V-E. Cover it, so do your S, up to your E, handle for your R, point, smile to your V, and do your smile to your E. So you're doing your S, E, handle to your R, then point at the top, smile to your V, and smile for your E. S for your E, handle for your R, point, smile to your V, and smile for your E. Okay, this is level N, list 13, and we're doing the day 2 page. And here we're looking at 2 things. The first one is that English words can't end in I, U, V or J, so we add an E. So in this list we're looking at the V, so we're adding an E after the V in each of these words. We don't need that E on the end to make the previous vowel make its long sound. It's only there because the English word can't end in the V. Now here we've got words ending with OR to tell us someone who. So usually we use ER at the end of a word to indicate someone who, but here we're using the OR, and it's usually after a T or an L that we use the OR for that purpose. Okay, so let's go through and have a look at any other things that we can see happening in these words. We've got the R-controlled vowel ER, here. They like to put these words in big spelling tests for you, so make sure you remember that it's the ER for the sound here, not the IR or the UR. So they're long vowel sounds, they're R-controlled vowels. Native, you just sound it. Pensive, sound it. Reflective, sound it. Act is easy to sound, same as fact, tract, docked, sailor, you've got the AI here. So these words are getting fairly simple to sound out, no tricky phonograms in them, so you just have to remember that V rule and that OR after a T or an L. Right, let's go through and read the words, sound the word and spell the words, and then you can go off and do that part on your own at the end. Serve would be serve, S-E-R-V-E, S-E-R-V-E, cover it, C-M-E. Okay, write the list word beside the correct meaning. You've done this lots before, so it should be easy. Read the meaning and find the word from the list to write next to it on the line. Fill in the gap with the missing list word, so read the sentence. Dad took me to the something when I was ill. It's pretty easy to guess what that word might be. Now down the bottom we've got finish the sayings. It's something, someone write, a bag of something with an S on the end, just what the something ordered. So you can discuss those within your group if you find them difficult to work out what the answers might be. Level N, list 13, we're doing the day 3 page, and here we're looking at the E on the end of these words that end with V. We don't need the E there, except English words can't end in V, so we put the E at the end of the base word. Here we've got the OR rather than the ER to indicate someone who, so someone who acts is an actor. So it's typically after a T that we use OR rather than ER, and it's also after this L here in sailor. Okay, so let's go back and read the word, sound the word and spell them. So we've got serve, serve, S-E-R-V-E, and we're just trying out our running right at the moment, so let's go S-E-R-V-E. We've got that, make sure you check it to make sure it's correct. Okay, let's keep going on and seeing what else you have to do on the page. Fill in the gap with the missing verb using its correct tense. So the waiter something us at the restaurant was very attentive. So the waiter serve us at the restaurant? No, that sounds wrong. The waiter serving, yes, that sounds better. The waiter served us at the restaurant was very attentive? No. So work out which one. The waiter serves us at the restaurant. So obviously serving sounds better, so that's one you'd write in. So think about your verb families when you're doing that one, and make sure you choose the correct, the verb in its correct form for each sentence. Now fill in the gap with the correct list word in its adverbial form. So when you want to change a word into an adverb, you quite often add ly to the end of it. So the fisherman walked something along the coastal ridge. You're going to have to choose a list word, and you may have to add something before the ly to make the word make sense. So that might take a group effort there to discuss that one. Could be a bit tricky for some of you. Write the new word, so you've got to take off some letters and add others, and then you're going to choose 5 of these new words to write a sentence on each of them down here, and then down the bottom you simply have to finish the pair using one list word for each word. This is level N, 13, and it's the day 4 page, and you've got to crack the code crossword. These are so much fun. So first of all, you have to go through and fill in any of the letters that you know. So every time you see the number 2, you're going to put a C. Every time you see the number 3, you're going to put a Q. Every time you see the number 5, you're going to put an A, etc. So let's just show you one. So we can see number 5 would be A, so I'm going to put that A in. I could do all the A's while I'm at this if I wanted to. Number 21 is a W. Number 8, we haven't got number 8, but you know there could only be one letter to go at the end of that. It'd have to be an E. So now I know that number 8 has to be an E. I've got one. So you put the letter in the code box when you find one, and don't forget to cross it off down the bottom so you know which letters you've got left to choose from. So have fun and see who can be the first in your group to crack the code.